feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. Don't just stop it. Doing what you do. When I lay back, holding on to you. Ooh, ooh, feel like something new. Yeah, got my senses here on overload. All my body is for you to hold. Ooh, 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 feel like something new. Yeah, and I never thought that you got me wanting. Never thought that never thought that ooh, never thought that that I'd be saying you feel more like a dream. Yeah, you feel like something new. You feel like something. You feel like something new. You feel like something. I feel like I'm in another galaxy. Take my time in your eternity. Ooh, 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 feel like something new. Yeah, and I never thought that you got me wanting. Never thought that ooh, never thought that I'd be saying you feel more like a dream. Yeah, feel like something. Feel like something. You feel like something. Feel like something. Feel like something. Feel like something. You feel like something. They told me go to what you love. I never knew what that was, but even when I make time, I think of all I've given up. I wish it wouldn't be so hard, 'cause you're the one that gets slighted. You say I don't make time for anyone, and your eyes, my mind is occupied. It's hard to vent, I understand. Have you ever loved someone but know that there was more? I don't wanna be tied, hanging by your side. I don't wanna be tied, tethered to my pride. Hate to waste your time. Go and live your life. It's something that I've felt for some time. But as a moment when time go by, safety nets are overrated. don't wanna be tired, moving so bad, I don't wanna be tired, feels like it's my side. I don't need you now. Don't you waste your time.
Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah. Your life hits hard, but I hit right back. I never back down. I keep it on track. It's the same day with no problems. I keep rising from the bottom. Cause when the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear that sound. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now, and then I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. Yes, every day was a war. Yeah, it kinda took a while. When they tell me I should stay, I just jump with a smile. Yeah, it's hard until you notice. Everybody's got their moment. When the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear the sound. Listen up. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now, and then I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. Cause I got no problems. Cause I got no problems. Do you feel a little down? Say it. No problems. Let you in, but you out. Sing it. No problems. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now. Have none I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. They're never gonna hold me down. I'm higher than the ceiling now, and none I need to worry about, cause I got no problems. I know it's gonna be alright. It's getting better every time. Nobody's gonna kill my vibe, cause I got no problems. invincible. I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil and I'm let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal. I never lose, I'm bulletproof. I'm bulletproof, don't ever lose. Put the evil in the devil and I'm let it loose. I'm an earthquake, make your bones shake. There's no question I'm the king, I always dominate. A force to be reckoned with, better remember it. Look at what I can do, walking all over you. Incredible, it's criminal. I never lose, I'm bulletproof.
Distractions behind. I will be in the meantime. I'll blindfold my pride and keep hold of my time like it's gold. Fading from color, reaching to find when I wonder how. Saying it'll all be fine. Why sit around and waste the time? Fading from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive.
just another one. Oh, that darkness, it won't set me back again. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape. Take me back to you. Just shake the ground. Oh, this lightness, it will fill the air.
Greetings everyone and welcome to some South American ESL Challenger League action. It's Boggs and Fi with you for this 2 best-of-1 series between Crew and Fluxo. And Fi, it's good to be back with you. It's been a minute, but always fun to run it back.
Yeah, it's fun being on the mic. I'm in a little stand-in situation myself here, but I don't mind standing in for some South American Counter-Strike, that's for damn sure. And yeah, we're taking away some more SACS. We're close to the end of the season here, so this is where all the wins matter down the stretch, just to get that seeding down for playoffs and to really, solve the question of who is the top team in South America.
Yeah, it's a region which has a lot of flux at the top. I feel like a lot of the regions across ECL kind of have that top-heavy load where people kind of beat everybody. Some regions have a bigger top half than bottom half, but you have those teams where it seems like it's a battle, it's head-to-head, neck-and-neck, and a photo finish up towards the end. And yeah, playoffs start in about a month here, just over a month. So it's coming down to the end of it all, and every single best-of-1 matters. Every single point on the scoreboard matters for that seeding. And plus, you have head-to-head as well, which comes down. And the way the playoffs work, seeding is very, very important. You want to get to where you have 2 chances at life instead of just 1 into the lower bracket.
Absolutely, and I think I believe top 4 is what you need to get to secure that extra life in that upper bracket. So really, really important. You don't want to have your backs up against the wall because you're in a region where anyone can beat everyone. So, I mean, we'll take a look at the overall standings here. Even teams like Floripa Stars could even squeeze into playoffs potentially down the stretch if they're able to pick up a couple of important wins. But outside of that, we also have teams like Red Canids, Fluxo, Sharks are all kind of locked in a battle to secure those last 2 slots. I think Solid and Audic have done a good job to lock themselves in, but we'll see down the stretch whether Crew can try and insert themselves into that situation. They need to inflict some heavy damage to Fluxo if they want to have even a chance at the top 4 here.
Yeah, that 8-8 record. Yeah, they're in 6th right now, but they're losses. 8 losses, a 500 record. They need to get that up. You're looking at teams like Solid, 11-5, having played 16 best-of-1s. Crew, 8-8. Back by 3 games. Fluxo and Red Canids have a lot of wiggle room as well. And this is a really critical series for Fluxo because they can get to potentially a 10-2 record with only 12 games played. And you're sitting there in 3rd place with a chance to overtake Solid. And you're going to be 2 games behind Audic at that point. you're in a great spot. And for Fluxo, I think that this is one of those games where you can gain ground on those top teams and then really make those games against those two, particularly Audic and Solid, mean that much more as it comes down to the later portions of the season.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, Audic are kind of establishing themselves right now as the best team in the region at the moment. I think that's the biggest thing for them. They're currently competing in the PGL Astana qualifier as well, with the potential to go international as well. For a team like Audic, who have always been struggling around the top end of even ECL and just here in South America, they've always played second fiddle to teams like Fluxo, like Imperial, like Red Canids in the past. And I mean, Pain Gaming at this point has gone international. So it'd be huge if Audic can actually push themselves to the very tippy top of the region here with a dominant season of ESL Challenger League and even make themselves at home at ESL Pro League. Crazy to think that some players that you might have written off, but that team has stuck together for a really long time. They've grinded out, and they're starting to finally find results. But enough about Audic. That's the top end of ECL here, fighting for that third, fourth place slot on the leaderboard. I think Crew need a 2-0 tonight. If they need to knock Fluxo down a peg and give themselves a chance to push themselves further up into the rankings here. And starting off here on Nuke, that's going to be a difficult task.
I agree 100% with that sentiment there. Crew need these two best of ones here. Desperately need those two best of ones to climb. We do have our Arcadia player to watch as well, going with Zevi here. Of course, you want to have the Opper in the spotlight. Ops might not be as cool in CS2 as they were back in CSGO. Maybe that's just the nostalgia talking, but Zevi's a very good player. Whether or not he has the big green in hand, he has a lot of impact, and he's going to be critical for Fluxo if they want to really put the pain on Crew tonight.
Yeah, he's finally coming back in after 3 months on the bench. I think it was a very surprising benching, but maybe logical here for Fluxo. Obviously, when Art comes into the team, he wants to change things up, change up the dynamic a little bit more. And Zevi has been at this level here in South American Counter-Strike for a really long time. He was performing well on Sharks, then on Pain Gaming, but he's always found himself in a very passive role as an Opper. So Fluxo took a chance on History, who, in my opinion, didn't really match the level that Fluxo wanted to be at. So Zevi's back on the team, and, well, it went all right for Fluxo. They recently played the PGL Astana qualifier with him, where they did lose to Audic, admittedly probably the best team here in South America. But I think they just need to further develop with this current roster, with MLH Zine on the team, who's been on it for less than a month. So a lot of roster changes here for Fluxo. They do need some time to gel, but perhaps the early signs are good.
And you have some good, solid pieces in Kai and Pierria as well, the veteran leadership of Art, too, to all tie this whole project together. And there's a lot to look forward to for this Fluxo side. And looking at Nuke, too, a 9-3 record in the last 3 months is their best map statistically. So it's going to be good, unless you count Train, but Train they've only played 3 times. That's a rounding error at this point when you're having a map they played 4 times more. But the wins against Imperial and Sharks, 2 versus Imperial, 1 versus Sharks, that's where I think Fluxo really start to set themselves apart in the region on Nuke in particular.
Yeah, this is one of their first picks that they choose. They either first pick this or Inferno. And Inferno is permabanned here by Crew. So they got really what they wanted here in this veto, especially starting off with Nuke. Fluxo are, again, heavily favored. This would be a huge win for Crew, just to put that into perspective. If they pick up any of these 2 maps, I think it would be considered a big upset. Crew have been kind of struggling since they picked up Honda. That was kind of their big roster change, at least at the start of this year. And I think, I mean, to be honest, Crew don't really scratch the surface in terms of one of the best Argentinian teams. That's my opinion dropping right there, and that's my take on this. And so really trying to break through with some big wins and to actually establish themselves as one of the top teams here, not just in South America, but also in Argentina. I think Bestia's got them beat, and even the Shinden roster that's recently been competing down here in Tier 2, a bunch of young Argentinian players have definitely shown up more on the radar than Crew have. So I really need to see some proving points from this Crew roster if I'm going to keep believing in them.
And it starts with a win against a team like Fluxo. If Crew could even split 1-1, that would at least give them something to build off of. Nuke's going to be a very tall task. And Their record on Nuke is not great either. 6-7 losses to Imperial, 2 fellow Argentinians in Bestia. A win versus Sharks, sure, but you need to see a little bit more consistency out of this Crew roster. And if they cannot bring that consistency and bring a high level against Fluxo here in this best of one, it's not going to go well on the opening first best of one of Nuke. But another thing to note as well, when you're looking at just teams in South America in general, Crew kind of hang around like the middle of the pack. They're never going to be a team that's necessarily going to beat a team they shouldn't beat. They're not going to be a team that's going to pull an upset, but they'll beat the teams they should, which kind of just leaves them in this middling area where you wonder if they could do more or what's the missing piece, and whether or not there is something they could do to really elevate to the next level, to start taking down the teams that are above them, the teams that maybe they shouldn't be beating, but hey, every once in a while they start taking maps, they start taking series, and then they climb their way up the ladder that way.
Yeah, I think for Crew, however, they're missing out on a lot of the young talent that actually is coming through from Argentina. They have players like Reversive on the team who are basically the godfathers of Argentine Counter-Strike. He's been competing for a decade since Counter-Strike Global Offensive, but like Reversive hasn't ever like broken the ceiling here out of South America, to be honest, for his entire career. You can give chances to young players who really could put up the statistics. I'm looking at players from the Shinden roster, players like Roy, who could really benefit from the structure that an organization that Crew provides. There's a lot of young talent that I think Crew are really missing out on. Also, players like Ataraxia, I don't think have really impressed me a lot. There's an Argentine opper out there somewhere. IVZ from Shinden is a just pound for pound easy upgrade here. So I think Crew, if they really, really want to be incredible here in South America, they have the opportunity to, even within the reaches of Argentina, to push their way up to the top. It's just a real, it's a decision that they want to make. Do they want to, stick it out with this roster? This is the roster that they initially picked up, right? Ataraxia, Laser, Reversive, and Riggy have been on this team for a year now. When do they want to step it up? There's talent. You just need to get it.
Yeah, and will they go and get it is the other question, because and then again, you look at a team like Fluke, so they make some shufflings. They bring in MLH Zine. They brought back Zevi. They're trying to make adjustments. They're trying to
bring in
grow,
Kai.
to improve. They brought in Kai as well. Yeah, and so this team is trying to make the moves to climb up that ladder, to make the jump, to follow in Payne's footsteps at this point, because Payne is the next Brazilian team to really make a splash over in the international scene, and they're
the best team in Brazil.
Oh, 100%.
Payne is the best Brazilian team by a good amount.
And what did Payne do? They went with younger players, they built them up, and then once they made that final jump, they established themselves as the best in the region.
But also, you don't want to shuffle too much. I think there's a lot of deals with building a foundation around your team. And I think Payne Gaming, they kind of saw their foundation in Biggie Zera and saying that, hey, and their coach, Reeks, as well. Like, we can build around these two and bring in young talent and develop them. And Biggie Zera has been on Payne Gaming for essentially his entire career. And that's what Payne saw. And they could build around that skeleton, time after time, shuffle after shuffle. They've got their captain, they've got their coach. And then what's next? And it's happened for a lot of these teams that have come through in the rankings even lately. I mean, talk about not just Payne Gaming breaking into the upper echelons of Counter-Strike, but the Mongols have been with Blitz, Techno, and Mara for basically 4 years at this point. People don't really know that too much. It's all about the structure you have in a team and able to bring that up through the ranks and see how far that coach-captain duo can bring you.
Oh, yeah, and it's the same thing that Furia did when they first broke in back in 2019 as well. It was the same team. They just made a couple changes, and they broke in. They were fantastic for years and years, and now they're finally starting to kind of fall off the ladder, but they're still hanging around the international scene. But it really does seem like if you want to take a team to that next level, you have to have the foundation. You have to have a solid coach, you have to have a good captain, and you have to have that environment which fosters the growth of the younger players to come up to that level and to take on the world stage, because that's really what this is all about, in Challenger League especially. It's to make it to Pro League. That's the goal, is to qualify for EPL. And when the slots are not very common, every little margin matters that much more.
Yeah. I mean, we're yapping a lot here. We're talking about the grand scheme of things and, you know, talking about things outside of our game. Obviously, we're in a bit of a technical delay currently as we're waiting for players to hop into the server. So we're going to back out for a little bit. We're going to take a little bit of a breather. You guys can too. And when we come back, we'll be back in for Crew versus Fluxo. Back in a bit.
And here we are. Nuke can finally commence. Here between Fluxo and Crew, Boggs and Fi on the mic. South American ESL Challenger League Counter-Strike on screen. And Crew starting on the T side. Not exactly where you want to be starting, but Crew's records actually across both halves very equivalent. 49.6 on the defense, 49.4 on the offense. So it's not going to matter too much where they are. They just need to hit the shots. Honda kicks it off well with one. Zevi trades it back and gets a pair, actually. Rihi has Piria, however, but Zevi still standing tall. Backside, 3 shots, 3 kills. Make it 4!
God.
Zevi's going off back. Silos finds the last as well. All headshots, all dualies, all Zevi to kick off the map.
Oh my god, he just popped everybody that faced him. Now the thing is, for Crew, they did swing a 1-by-1, but you know, Zevi got 5 tests, and he passed every single one of them with flying colors. Call it a mistake, but you can also call it skill-based Counter-Strike from Zevi. Sick stuff, and you know, lately here in ESL Challenger League, Fluxo have been busy demolishing the competition, and when they get rolling, oh my god, do they get rolling. I mean, I had the, maybe a displeasure watching them play against Floripa Stars the other day, and at a certain point, the wheels just came off for Floripa Stars, and Fluxo just started running them down. Don't want to have a game like that today.
And that is not the start you want if you're Crew trying to avoid a steamrolling Fluxo. Especially on the CT side as well. Already starting off with 2 kills on the anti-eco. Should be a clean mop up here for the Fluxo CT side. Oh, the knife's out! And both players somehow don't get kills on the initial contact. And that would have been nice for Crew. But so far, no dice.
Oh my god.
That was fun.
Oh my god. I can't believe how somehow he didn't get the backstab there. It just breaks my brain a little bit. That normally works every time. But he didn't even tag it. Like, he actually missed the knife.
He
like,
nutmegged him.
You're actually right in that situation. Actually, between the legs, makes the knife miss. Fun fact, fellas.
At least we know the hitboxes are accurate. Buy up here, though, for Crew is Galil's on 3, AK's on 2. A good amount of utility here. But they do have the op of Zevi out to deal with. The MP9s on MLHL Zine and Piria are out in force as well. Around the corners on Nuke, not the easiest things to deal with. Lots of lobby control for the T side, and Ramp's been relatively abandoned here while that smoke in J-Hall lasts.
It's a cool lineup for Ramp, but it's just Kai playing back in J-Hall, easy peasy. He's gonna step forward for a second. There's no J-Hall volley to slow him down, and then there's a swing into an op and a very battered hold. Or rather, a take here for Crew. They'll get onto the B site, which is an achievement in and of itself, but the rest of this round, not so certain.
The op's down 2, which creates a little bit of space. But the fact of the matter is, as of right now, it's a 1v1 duel down on B. However, Ataraxia, he's creeping around the back ways, up through the vents. Maybe up towards the A site. Spots ahead. Spots both, I believe, as well. But that's a nice little 1-2 combo between MLH Zine and Art, leaving Rihi all alone, 1 versus 4. Not a lot of time either. I think a save is probably his best course of action and seems to be exactly what he's going to go for.
I'm so surprised that this is not guaranteed as well. Oh, Riggy. Oh, that's supposed to be a given right there, but MLH just spins and takes him out. Ataraxia also went up the vents and just said, you know, oh, I hope he doesn't see me. He surely didn't see me, and unfortunately he did on the second go of things, and just MP9 double dink does it. But yeah, that ramp take very sloppy. There's typically a flashbang that immediately will deal with Kai. That should be thrown there, but that first gun round didn't have every bit of utility in it. There was just a lack of flashbangs for Crew. And despite the right hit and the right call, didn't go their way. Now just an A hit, and it's not going well. It's 2 instant kills. Honda can't get out of HUD. There's 3 players in position. It's just not going to happen for Crew.
No, it's just damage. That's what they do. It's all up to Ataraxia now. Tech 9 up close. Yeah, MP9's just better. And again, Fluxo survived with 5 alive. They have not had many casualties to deal with right now. They've only lost 4 players through 4 rounds, and 2 of those came in the opening. So they're doing great wonders for the economy. And Crew, 1 more chance to get it going on the gun round here. AK's a good amount more utility. See if they want to go back for that ramp play. I wouldn't be surprised if they try something outer yard. But Crew's kind of getting dismantled on wherever they're in. It doesn't matter who they run into. They're losing the duels. Maybe, yes, it's a little bit sloppy with a lack of a flashbang, but still. It's even the spacings that haven't been great. Here's a flash out into A, though. Emily seed one. They run into each other on the exit. And Phi, it goes from bad to worse.
Ah, fellas, it's not looking good. Now, they do pop out towards ramp. They disrespect the smoke. And they call the bluff on the rotation, but, oh, someone's already down here. On front of control, had a good off angle, but misses his opportunity. Now, it doesn't get much better. They missed their single door smoke, so they have to throw in a second one to allow that bomb to get planted here. Will MLH allow that? No, he won't push the issue. Bomb's gonna get planted, post plant for Crew, out in the open, and Zevi's gonna get caught. 3 versus 3 here, Boggs.
But now they know where 1 is. Ataraxia's been chunked down with that nade, too. Smoke out onto the bomb. Art seems to have a good idea where these players are hiding. Piria wins the fight versus Honda. Ataraxia burns the molly. Rihi spotted and revealed by the spray. Taps 1 on the bomb. Smoke will not dissipate. Still going. It's a 10-second ninja right now. They're still holding. They're still gonna hold. And they're still gonna win. He can't really refight. He's gonna take the op and save. But a disastrous end to the round where Crew had the plant. They had a 3 versus 3. And I think they do have to take the time out here. This has been one mistake after another right now.
What's going on? The nade's supposed to go into the smoke and not into dark.
Yeah, I don't know why he's nading dark there.
And
There was still an active
obviously
moment.
it's a mistake. He needed to, but also if he's standing throwing the nade, that's not gonna land inside of the smoke to break it. He needs to run. There's a lot of just mechanical issues there that just wasn't. Ugly round, very ugly round from Crew.
It all starts with that exit out of Squeaky too. Just
Yeah. Let's like not forget that. You know, that's something that just needs to be dry run. They go in through the smoke, and I assume they're trying a bit of a vent drop in that situation. But MLHC just gets gifted 2, probably the easiest kills of his time on Fluxo, let's be honest. He's only been on the team for a month, and 2 players stumbling through a smoke. I don't think it gets any easier than that.
especially because they never saw you. That's just too blind fish in a barrel. As Art's going to try and reaggress and even out these numbers, but it is being read right now, and Art's got the right idea. It all comes down to timing. It's a double crunch into lobby. 1 Squeaky, 1 Hut. Art's going to run 2 through Hut now, and it's a double sprayed down. Easy peasy. Coming through for Chiskin.
They're
I think it's supposed to be
overcomplicating
Laser.
this.
Yeah.
They're gonna overcomplicate this. There's no way. The bomb is going mini. The bomb is just crossed into mini. And Art is coming in through Hut. Oh, but he doesn't get the kill on the laser. Goes for the corner though and drops the bomb. Then he gets to the backside. Oh, but Zevi missed his shot. He missed his opportunity. And I think that's gonna call in a save.
If he can even get out of this alive. He's been spotted. There's 1 holding his exit. There's 2 on the site proper.
I'm surprised he doesn't go for this. Oh, he is. I take it back.
He's got the kid. He's got time. He's got laser in lobby.
But he's not clearing this, let's be real. Yeah, this is going to be an attempt at an exit, but I think... Is Laser going to own him here?
There's the fight. Oh. It was the right idea from Zevi. Just shot right over the left shoulder. Unlucky.
Yeah, Zevi had a chance to help out Art inside of heaven, but he missed his op shot, I believe, on one of the mini players. And
Yeah, it was Ricky, I think.
I am so surprised though that Art doesn't just play back Squeaky and cut off the mini players there. They did not know he was there.
See, the fact that Laser gets the double on the HUD exit is what really turns the tide fully in the favor of Crew. Because it did start off with the op pick on the Kai. But then that double kill on the aggression is where things really turned around. You have yourselves a 5 versus 2 at that point, and it's pretty hard to lose those. They did well to clean it up with minimal casualties. And now all of outside's been given a bit of a spot, but Piria's not ready for that at all. Laser sprays him down, and again an opening pick going the way of Crew. Lots of space. MLH has been not spotted. Okay.
And I think 1 footstep was made. I'm surprised Kai does not have his molly pulled here. Could be super impactful. And he's gonna swing into multiple players. MLH does make the fast rotate down the vent though.
They did not hear him.
And with Art picking Honda, oh my god. MLH flank. But he can't convert the kill. He's another player in the vent. This one's Art. And he does drop the bomb. Swaps out guns and gets away.
Nade's gonna be good too. Solid damage into Ataraxia. Rehe legged by Zevi's op. 30 seconds to go. Bomb has not been recovered by Crew. Art still worming away around to the vents. Bruce Will is out here. He gets back. No, he's still alive?
What?
How is he still alive? He's around the corners. He times it right. And Rehe, good night. Art gives it just vintage performance right there in that round, running around, fighting, holding mouse 1, holding W. He gets a bit of a gift there on that last kill, but Jeez.
Yeah, Andre Houdini Piovazon right there. What the heck was that? he basically dodged 3 players of the entire team, completely sold down Ataraxia. Had no idea what was happening. How he got away from Riki down at single door is another mystery in of itself. They're gonna try and walk this one up into the ramp, and Kai over faces with nade in hand. Furia, there's no way you're swinging that one, buddy. He's back up, but in the meantime, they collapse in on the lurk, and MLH is already down to the site. Laser first target, but Reversive does trade. We got a 3v3 here on B.
Rotations are down to single door already. 2 in the secret tunnels for Fluxo. Still waiting on the rotation of Pyria. But Art opens the door. Art strikes for 1. Zevi out of single. Picking up, spots the fire, gets the shot. All have been felled. And Fluxo right back in the win column again. Pretty swift retake. Good 1-for-1 from MLH. If he gets that first kill a little bit cleaner, I think there's more chance for a second on the ramp entry. But that's going to force another timeout out of Crew.
Yeah. I am wondering, Zevi fires off from single door and picks a player on the site. I don't think there was a single door smoke.
There was not. No.
It said the shot did go through smoke. Maybe he broke it with a nade. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, there's still something wrong here. Even after they get a clean opening pick. Remember, that round started off with Kai peeking into an op with a grenade in his hand.
That's the second time he's done that.
And they get a free B bomb site. And it goes horribly wrong.
It almost seems like Crew cannot buy a round and Fluxo can do no wrong. Even when they mess up, they're still able to find a way to win. Which isn't necessarily a good thing in a way, because you're going to overlook some errors. But then again, that's going to go back to what you do post-game and fix things up for the next practice. But right now, Fluxo's retakes have been great. Sometimes they've relied a little bit on individual performances. But overall, the rotations have been fast. They've been able to get in positions where Crew are in an awkward spot, even trying to get the bomb down. And Crew going back in on this buy, look at the lack of utility. 4 flashes, 2 smokes, 2 Molotovs, a Galil here. There's a $1:10 to go on the clock. No contact. Crew only have 1 smoke to work with for the next minute of this round.
1 smoke is enough to hit the A site, though. All you need to do is smoke mini. You got a couple of flashbangs. They've got enough. Pyria stepping in a hut. This is a huge spoiler to this exit. Yukana needs this kill. He does get it, and a double entry, in fact. Hard flashbang through the smoke, and Laser isn't blind.
Wow.
He gets another. Triple kill for Laser will win this round.
Kai's gonna go for it, and he's gonna get sent down the ladder again. 3 from Laser, though. Those last 2 were crisp. Honda with a couple of big kills, as well as the Crew engine starts to get going a little bit more off the back of the timeout, but a problem that has arisen for this Crew team so far. Both their wins on islands for now, unless Crew can take this one. The money for Fluxo now, not in a great spot, actually. MP9 for Kai, MLH Zines on a 5-7. Pyria. 5-7, okay. I was not sure what he had. And we'll see what the pistols can do around an AWP and an M4. No defuse kit, very low utility. 1 volley, 2 smokes, 2 flashes, 1 HE. A broken buy for the CT side. An aggression in hut from Zevi. Art, that M4, taken down aggressive outside. Riki pinging the buy. That might make Crew think it's more of a significant investment than it actually is. And Zevi trades it back, that AWP. So all they've seen so far, M4 and AWP. What are Crew thinking? It's full buy?
This angle from Kai, though, this is rarely cleared. Surely he's good for 1 and drop.
Oh, wow.
Instead, it's just the drop. He's out. A jiggle peek there comes through from Laser. 4-on-4.
Ataraxia is ready for the flank too. Pyria coming in from behind, picks up the fallen AK, spots them dropping down to ramp. One already here, that's Kai. They know he's somewhere close by. Goes in, Kai peeks, gets the dink, cannot quite get the kill. Tries a second, taken down, trade Zevi. In comes the flank, Pyria 1 for 1. Laser, flicking and clicking. Reheat in the smoke, runs into Zevi. How is he taking that long to get the kill? 3 rounds in the magazine, gets the reload off, 24 seconds to go. Smoke's going in, bomb going down. And the Malajazines 5-7 creeping into the lower sight. Through single doors, smoke is down. Do they expect this? Out he goes. He's been spotted.
I think he's been
Laser
seen.
shot.
I think laser saw him. Yep, and there you go.
That was close. For what the buy was and the opening kills, that was way too close for Crew.
Yeah, I think Kai in his position, you're like wondering, why is he swinging? Well, the thing is that Zevi just got smoked out from the single door, but a bit of miscommunication because Zevi decided to push past the smoke anyways. So in that spot, Kai could have held his position. But the miscommunication results in Kai going for a swing, taking a bit of a risk. Obviously, he can just get the kill and everything's fine, but swinging MP9 doesn't always work. And so this game has suddenly gotten interesting.
Yeah, 2 rounds to go, a chance for a 7-5 for Crew, which would not be bad, all things considered. The Zeus is out, and it is rechargeable now.
Peek?
Oh.
Nah.
I always like to see a Zeus kill come through. It's fun. And you get the sound.
He was so dead there either way. Even if he does get one, it's extremely over. Okay, but wait. Heart?
Oh, no.
No. Pull out that deagle. You give that guy a headshot. Yeah. Now we go.
With a... or not. If he gets both on the spray, it's a 1v1 against the off. Well, into the last round of the half here. Crew knocking on the door of a 5th. No op for Zevi. No defuse kit for the CT side. Utility's not the best either. Crew's fortunes have turned a decent amount for the better. See if they can start off with a man advantage. That's what they've been able to work with the best. And Fluxo's aggressive CT holds have multiple times. A lot of damage done by Honda. Cannot quite finish off Kai, who gets boosted up. But some good unconfirmed damage going the way of Crew here in round 12.
Not a real A execute, I'll tell you that. As they try to just push through after everything is fade, like, come on, guys. Another depressing sight hit where MLH gets 3. Why is it? I'm just wondering what made them wait. I don't really know here. Boggs, Fluxo get a free A site hold, and the scoreline is 8-4. We'll be back after a short halftime break.
A bit of a stumble for Fluxo at the end of that first half, but they're able to get it across with an 8-4 lead. Boggs and Fine the mic here, as it's double dual Berettas for Honda and Ataraxia, trying to replicate the magic of Zevi from that opening round of this game. His ace from back silo. Fluxo with a flash, a P250. Smoke going outside, and a dink onto Rihi from Art up top silo. That's a nice opening kill from the captain of Fluxo.
And they're doing a cheeky little one smoke cross here. Now, Kai doesn't run back into a pair of dualies, but those dualies need to be down on the lower site, fellas. Nobody is home. And even Art is strafing out into hell, pushing heaven at the moment and drawing more eyes his way. Is he going to try and wrap? He's gone all the way up to the AC unit. Oh, Fluxo, are they going to overcook this? They're thinking about it. But instead, no. They've made their way onto the B side. They're going to get that plant. We got a 4-on-4.
Takes on, but now it's getting shut down. Zevi and Period, 2 quick kills. Emily Zine falling in the meantime to Honda. Will open up that single door. Sprint on out. No hit here for the 2 dual Berettas. Now just 1 in Ataraxia. Falls to Zevi in the end. And both pistol rounds go the way of Fluxo. A very solid hold for them. And only 4 rounds away from finishing it off. And going to our second best of 1 of the evening between these two teams. You did say Fluxo likes to get the steamroller out and run over their opposition. No better time than now to really get that job done. Just the eco out. All 4 out of 5 on ramp. So 1 on A. And Fluxo are walking into this for now. Plenty of bots.
Yeah, but I feel like with the amount of players, they've already gone out past the choke point. That's the first difficult thing. Imperia fights them all on his own, and I can hear the spray getting a little wild down there. So much so, MLHZ pulls out the Glock and finishes what he started. So, just a little weird. Not my favorite anti-eco dry run into the B site play, but you know what? It all worked out. And I like this strategy from Fluxo. They're actually... I'm sure they're going to laugh when Honda predictably tries to walk into ramp room so he can try and pick up a gun. And there you go. Because all 4 players at that point were just juggling around weaponry, waiting for him to, you know, eventually come right to the bait.
Yeah, if they had more weapons, it might have worked, but then again, they're not going to have those weapons.
I'm more of a fan of the CT side force buy. I'm not going to lie. These days. Because look at this buy. This buy sucks.
Oh, yeah. No, 1 flashbang. So, for all intents and purposes, no flashbang.
They have 1 volley left at a minute 40.
Yeah, they spent half their utility in the first 10 seconds. And then you have to fight a full frontal assault of AKs and Galils.
Yep.
2 of your guys don't have helmets, too. So that Galil is a 1-shot headshot. No hit, so if their bomb goes down, you're essentially forced to save. You can't really afford to do that at this point either.
Obviously, you are down, you know, 8-4 at the half, but why not force buy? Give yourself a chance to actually come back into the game instead of hardly holding the site. Like, what is... Okay, that push forward from Ataraxia actually works out. That is incredible. If he gets hit by 1 bullet there, he is dead. He gets slowed down, he takes damage, and he dies in the molly. But, you know what? Fair play. He will get traded out, but a 2-for-1 out of Ataraxia. Big performance so far. Oh my goodness, and walking out of fight. Kai, he had a lurk, he had a chance, but it goes to waste. 2 versus 3.
MLH Zine is so low on health as well. 16 HP. It's essentially a dead man walking, split completely from Art.
Yeah, and Reversive's doing exactly the right thing here. He walks in a hut. Also, Laser just finds a kill on him. I think this is a save effort. Either way. The fact that Ataraxia gets not just 1 kill, but 2 in this round is a huge boon for Crew. Took a big risk, and I mean, hey, when you're down 10-4, might as well just throw something on the wall and see what sticks.
Oh, yeah. Might as well. You have nothing to lose at this point. I mean, it's a map where if you're Crew, you're going in knowing it's not exactly going to favor you, so you just play as best as you can. Maybe you're going to have to rely on some tricks.
Kai's already down at lower side.
Oh, yeah. Zevi's got the outside pick, too. Kai can do whatever he wants, but it looks like Fluxo wants to enter in towards his A site. Laser's fighting with Kai.
Down
That's
the
a
vents
distraction.
Here. Yeah. They've gotten down the vents. Kai already dealt so much damage, so Laser's just going to call in the back. You see the arm. Oh, and he even got a ding on the Ataraxia 2 through the wall. That makes the kill easy. Art unravels the whole round, and Fluxo are back to winning ways.
Nice and easy mop up here from Fluxo, but Kai, his second kill. The first was good. The second one, that much better. The way he plays it wins the round for Fluxo, essentially single-handedly. That that last kill from Art, also very good to get on the exit. And now Fluxo moved to within 2 of this best of 1 here against Crew. Reversive should be good to save here. Nobody in his vicinity, so he'll be fine. At least there's that little boon for Crew. Kai goes down to the bomb, but they'll have enough money to reinvest. Again, it's just 2 from a victory right now for Fluxo. Last timeout used by Crew. I do like their use of timeouts and when they use them. They've been very well timed. They have won a couple of rounds off of the backs of them as well. The only problem is those rounds have not been strung together. That's been Crew's biggest issue. They haven't been able to win rounds in a row.
Yeah, and it mostly comes off of some just maybe a mistake from Fluxo or some individual brilliance from Crew. I think team-wise and on the coordination levels, a lot's been missing. I mean, I'm just going to talk about that A-side execute at the end of the half was just... I wasn't even mad. I was just disappointed. This team can do more. But here we are. 11-5 up for Fluxo. Eco taken for Crew. They're playing for overtime. You know, on that point of just like what that round 3 win percentage is for the CT side if they lose the pistol, actually would be like a very interesting study and or topic about like what actually is better, because I think I see more CT sides just force buying these days, or I've seen the Furia tech. Hold on, we might have a 1D. Bold. Art clears every corner and skewers the whole A site.
But does he clear close? Oh, his gun... No, that's just a charm. The charms freak me out. I can't.
Why would you have this on your gun?
I don't know. And he still can't get the kill. I blame the charm. It's distracting.
I'm sure teams have actually done the statistics on what is a higher win percentage play, because that's why I think I'm seeing more teams go for the second round force buy on the CT side, because the third round is so difficult anyways that you would just rather say, hey, I'll take the chance of winning the force buy, or we'll play for round 4 when I actually have full kit full.
And I think just the eye test too will give you that general assumption if you watch it.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel about it too. Second round force is the way to go.
Riggy?
Oh
my god. He's out, buddy.
Nice. Kai does fall, but so much space. And then Reversive can't get the kill, and Mini. Art Paratrooper drops right down into him, and still the kill goes the way of Art. Zevi and Ice will duel against Honda. And Laser, he's been crispy, but not enough to hold it down. 13-5 for Fluxo over Crew on Nuke. And I feel like through the first 5 rounds, we could kind of tell the way that game was going to go, but Crew had moments, some individual moments, but they couldn't piece it together. There were quite a few individual mistakes, especially in the spacings and the timings, throughout the general course of this game. And overall, Fluxo just looked a better drilled and overall better prepared team.
Yeah, I think Fluxo just played better as a unit. They play off of their teammates well. I think there was a little miscommunication between Kai and Zevi over there towards the ramp that gave Crew the B site, but I didn't see anything completely revolutionary from Crew. I think what I saw was just a very, very defaulty gameplay and a lot of discord. Now there was, at least on their front, some good individual moments. That Ataraxia 2-piece of just running through a molly and finding 2 kills was great, but that's not enough, and that's not sustainable to win you games. Getting a player to watch tonight, Zevi stepping back into the shoes here for Fluxo, and he shows up well. He disassembles a lot of these rounds, even on the T side with the AK.
Yeah, that's why I like watching Zevi so much and have for a long time. He's great with an op, he's great with a rifle. He doesn't really have a weak point. He's able to go in, create space if he needs to with the rifles. His pistol round was awesome to watch too, back silo with
that ace.
one. The dually ace, barely took any damage on that, just headshot, 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 headshot. 61% headshot as an offer is absolutely ludicrous. 18, 8, and 5, 100 ADR. Just a great overall performance from him.
Yeah, absolutely. Zevi playing well, Fluxo playing well, and playing up to snuff. And I think this is a big loss as well for Crew. They needed to 2-0 the night if they wanted to have a chance at making that top 4 and making a real splash here down in South American Counter-Strike. So it's going to be tough, but we'll see if they can at least sweeten up their evening just a little bit. We're going to toss this one off to a break, and we've got map number 2, our second BO1 of the night, coming up.
Think you've seen it all? With Faceit Watch's Point of View Selector, you can experience the game from any pro's perspective. Use the multi-view feature and customize the stream with up to 4 angles. Control what points you see while earning rewards. Drops are activated and lucky winners will receive Faceit points. And if you ever miss a match, VODs are now available. Get instant access to demos with multiple POVs and commentary. Watch it, control it, Faceit.
Damn, guys, we almost had this.
Thank God it's over.
Bored of endless matchmaking? Take your first step towards ECL, experiencing real strategies against teams of your skill. Learn more at fce.gg/ECL.
I don't wanna be tied, hanging by your side. I don't wanna be tied, sailing to my pride. Hate to waste your time. Go and live your life.
Thinking that's so overrated. Yeah, if you make one, you will fall. Too much of a temptation. Yeah, there's a comfort in the crawl. Now I've been on my feet too long. I know I'm strong, just looking for some solid ground, so I can start to run. I don't wanna be tired, moving so bad. I don't wanna be tired. Feels like it's my time. I don't need your light. Don't you waste your time. find the jeans from a previous day. Grab the keys from off the counter, commute into the city, gonna take another hour. Man, I hate trading time for a way. At least I got a home and a job that pays. Faded from color, reaching to find where the wonder hides. Saying it'll all be fine, while you sit around and waste your time. Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive.
You look like a child. Well, thank you very much, Johnson. I've been very lucky down here. Feeling better than I did up north.
Collars itching, face switching, another cup of joe and I'm fine. Come 5, I can burn a fresh dime. Lifting up the burdens, putting weight on my mind. Bet if I didn't chase that and embrace distractions, master my lack of faith and break through. Faded from color, reaching to find where the wonder hides. Saying it'll all be fine, while you sit around and waste your time. Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive. I'm holding out as I fight. I feel my colors wash away. I'm finding my ground in the light of the hours I can claim. 'Cause in time I restore my complexion and find that I left my distractions behind. In the meantime, I blindfold my pride and keep hold of my time like it's gold. Faded from color, reaching to find where the wonder hides. Saying it'll all be fine, while you sit around and waste your time. Faded from color, stuck in the backseat and told to drive.
Well, after a pretty smooth victory for Fluxo on Nuke, we head to a second best of one of the evening. It's Boggs and Fi with you again. And my friend, you can tell by the flyover what map we're heading into. It is Mirage, which is the only map crew have with a winning record. However, when you look at the teams that they've beaten, none really stand out. Their only good teams they played, Solid and Ideal Amigos, both losses. And when you see how they played on Nuke, yeah, Mirage is easier to play, but there was a lot of pathing and spacing issues that plagued them that could still come back to bite them on a map like Mirage.
Yeah, I'd have to say so as well. I mean, there's some mistakes from both teams, to be fair, but far more coming from crew, in my opinion. Just a lot of miscommunication and just players who are just really not on the same page, and a lot of moments where Fluxo were just able to take advantage of a lot of the weird situations that came through. Their individuals are just stronger. MLH Zine did some great work, especially on the A side holds, on that CT side. Can't complain about that. And Zevi was a real game changer on both ends as well. I mean, the ace on the pistol round kind of speaks dividends. Fluxo player for player have got it better than crew. They've got to find other ways to win than just sheer individual ability. We'll see if they can wake up here on Mirage.
Fluxo starting off on the T side, a reverse of how things started on Nuke. Dual Berettas for Ataraxia, Flash and Smoke for Reversive. No utility, no P250s for Fluxo. It's a straight up ace split, 3 Palace, 2 ramp, 1 already out. Just tunnel visioned on that first player, and somehow Art is not dead. I do not know how he is alive. Reversive gets dinked by contact as well. And down goes
Riggy. That is
Riggy.
Riggy.
Yeah, they're just changing up all their names, and there's a team kill.
Oh! That is the unluckiest team kill, too. Zebby was full moving and accidentally got hit with a stray bullet. Well, it's still looking very unlikely here for Crew. Honda's going to have to find an impossible kill versus Art, who is being such a nuisance. Well, load in for this one.
Laser tapping away. There's one. Good to find.
They're so messy. Art like lures them in though into MLH Zine.
Yeah.
He's just the bait. He drags them in, and MLH Zine takes them off the hook. Oh man, pistol round there for Fluxo, and it's the shots from Reversive. Man, they gotta connect. You cannot miss those.
Yeah, so many chances to kill Art, and he's still alive at the end of the round. Or almost at the end of the round. He was second to last to fall, but still. Point remains. You gotta get that kill. Crew going in with the force here, though, Fi. You must have heard us talking about it. Deagle's out. MP9. 5-7. Scout for Ataraxia. Fluxo are prepared for this counter, although they do not have a lot of utility at all. Just a smoke and a flash here. It's gonna come down to duels. And that's gonna make for a much more awkward spot to be in, especially now with a 1D through a wall onto Kai, presumably not one shot only, but Deagle headshot at the very least. This is going to throw this round into a bit of a downward spiral for Fluxo, and I like Honda's position so far, aggressive through Palace too. He's got that upgrade. Art seems to be ready for it. Doesn't matter. Loses that fight, and that was straight body shots from a MAC-10 that took him out.
Yeah, but I love this disrespect here from Zevi. He knows, hey, if there's a player in Palace, that means they're probably not going to respect the A ramp, and he is so correct. Also, Piria, the third player to come in through Palace. He's got another incredible backstab here onto Honda, and this kill is free. So, A site taken. Fluxo with 30 seconds. Got Zevi here in middle. Oh, and he's going to pop the head of Laser. Low HP for Riggy. He gives up the game. Ataraxia found, and the chance goes out the window.
And, well, Riggy will just have to try and stay alive for the next 45 seconds or so. A little bit less now, but that's a great recovery from Fluxo, and I love the way he described Zevi's push out on site. Just, they're not going to expect me here. I'm going to go out, get my kills. The clear from Palace from Piria helps out, especially after that first kill from Zevi into jungle. Now, Palace player Honda's wondering what the heck is going on, trying to go refrag that, caught him back, Zevi with a beautiful shot at the cat, and Fluxo clawed back. And that just also, again, showcases Zevi's versatility, not just as an opper, but as a rifler. The MP9 save is going to be nice for Riggy to have. At least to bring that forward. Drops the pistol over.
See, this round, you know, this time around, Crew decided to force. You see?
Yeah.
Now, I guess maybe the scoreline beckoned them to not do it there on Nuke. Anyways, A-site run. Reversive is still having util out for connect potentially, and they're already out in front of them. Sign of the times here for Crew. Molly in towards jungle. Laser taken out. Well, I mean, a lot of these players look very rattled, especially with Reversive this round with certainly weighing in his head. And Honda, an old classic Deagle. No, he's going to bring it out for one. Come on, does he have another in him?
Yes, he does.
Oh my God. He is just a walking Deagle clip highlight, isn't he? That's all.
If you got that last one on the cat, that highlight reel is rolling.
Party like it's 2021. Let's go.
Dude, that was 4 years ago. That hit me.
Yeah, that was in January of 2021 in a meaningless Blast group game.
So long ago now.
Chef's kiss.
Still hitting deagle shots. Now trying to hit some rifle shots. As out they come onto A, off traded out 1-for-1. MLHZ getting control of the pool sandwich, will not get damaged by the nade, but Ataraxia Skeet shoots Kai out of the air. That's what the nade blew up that smoke for. MLHZ, though, closing the gap towards CT. Nobody there to fight now. The retreat is there. Laser grouping with Ataraxia now to provide some support for the big green gun. No spot on the jump. 4 versus 3 retake in favor of Crew. No kit here, so time is a factor.
They plan a reverse default. They're going to take jungle. Oh, this is massive. They might not be ready for this. Up close, Riggy's going to go down, and MLHZ, who doesn't convert his kill. And critically, Zevi also does fall, but it's still very possible that they're defusing out in the open, and they don't have kits!
Yeah.
Oh, no! A 1 versus 3 for Pyria. A great mid-round call from Fluxo will get them this win.
Great plant in the situation. Great way to take the space towards jungle. Buying time, the utility usage huge. And then the lack of a defuse kit for Crew comes back to bite them in the behind. Yeah, they survive with their guns. Yeah, they essentially won the round, but they didn't get it across the line. They got the kills, just no defuse kit. And now we'll see a couple of defuse kits coming through for the CT side. A timeout coming in as well. But that's a heartbreaking round to lose for Crew. And for Fluxo, that one can definitely raise the spirits. Maybe they'll be like, oh man, that was way too close for comfort. Or maybe we'll be like, hell, we got him. We got him so good, didn't we, boys? And I'm wondering what the mindset is inside the Fluxo locker room.
They are so... I mean, they've got to be laughing a little bit, especially... Again, I was talking about that round on Nuke where on the anti-eco, they completely just... They basically didn't plant the bomb because they knew that the last egoing player was going to come back for the rifle.
Yep.
I mean, they're kind of toying with their opponents right now. Here's just a straight B play, and there's a punish from Ataraxia.
He's heating up in the second half of this series. I mean, he had a good second half of Nuke, and he's had a good start to this map, too, with the op. But the thing is...
It's an over-rotation. Riggy, oh, that's a terrible angle to hold. It's a bad off angle. They'll see your shoulder before you see them. Instant headshot out of Pyria. And now the defense has to scramble. They're out of position here. You've got Honda in ladder room. Maybe he can contest. In fact, he will have to contest here. They're ready to split the A site.
Kyria backs out, tops the molly in, but Laser and Honda getting a couple of kills simultaneously, turning this into a 4 versus 2 instead of a 4 versus 4. And Fluxo waffling about too long in middle, getting picked apart, trying to take some space. MLHZ has Zevi with him. Reversive over in hell.
0 kills. He's gotta get one.
And he does. Trade it out, though. Now, can Zevi pull off this clutch? There's no way. How is he still alive? Okay, not for long.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Too close.
I'm just happy Laser got the kill. You know what? I'm just happy Laser got the kill.
Just too close for comfort.
My eyes.
Avert your eyes, son.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that here from Crew today. Reversive has really been struggling on that A site. He needed to get that one kill, and thankfully he does. And Fluxo are just going for straight site hits at this point.
I don't blame him.
They're just going to target Reversive because he's having a bad game. Just hit his site. Let's see what happens.
It's a good early rotation from Crew to get some backup for him here. But can they hold the line, though? Reversive takes damage already. Backs out of the fire. Dropped by Art. Forced by going in. Down falls Laser and Zevi to find him around the chaos. MLHZ, smoke destroyed. Takes out 1 and almost 2. Art will get the revenge kill. And Ataraxia has to flee from the situation. As Fluxo just goes site take, half or force spy in, a couple of rifles, mostly Tech 9s, bully Reversive, bully Crew, and steamroll their way to a 5th round.
Yeah, I think at this point, Reverso just needs to get off of the site and just
put him on B.
No, it's not putting him on B. I'm not that cruel just yet. But when you're getting targeted and when they're just throwing A hits at you and you're the solo anchor, you just can't hold on to this. Also, speaking of holding on to this, is Ataraxia going to be able to hit that shot? I think so. Terrorist win. He gets himself stuck in a ladder, so he's fine. But Reversive probably needs to leave the A site and just play more towards mid and connector. Just kind of take the target off of his back and make sure that they can't just run right into him. Sure, they'll play a retake step. They won't play anyone actually on the site, but that's where you can nade those jungle smokes if you want to take any duels. So, just to having the fact that you have that extra player alive, it's an extra belt of util, it's an extra barrel that can fire bullets. And Reversive might want to rethink about how he plays his A site in the future. Because he's being targeted again. Art sees a gap in that molly, but he runs right into an op. The next player, though, gets caught by Zebi instead. Riggy down to 4 HP, Ataraxia down to 6, and now he's dead. And the round's over in a whopping 20 seconds.
And the bomb's in T-spawn.
They don't even care.
No, they're just running around getting kills at this point. Now they're going to go back and get the bomb, because they don't know where Laser is, and I guess at this point they're thinking, 40 seconds is faster than a minute 20. So, they'll go get the bomb, get it down somewhere. And by somewhere on A, to be more specific. They're not going to go B, they already have site control. And it's just going to be a wait for Laser in apartments. At least he has a couch he can go hang out at, maybe cook something up in the kitchen.
Bomb has been planted.
But crew need to cook something up that's going to solve the problem of the A site. And I don't know if it's just Reversive that's the issue of that A hold. Because they had the right play. The right idea. For an aggressive little trick play. That's not going to work every round. But Fluxo are just bullying their way everywhere they want. Sure, you know the old quote, speak softly and carry a big stick, fine?
I do, yes.
Fluxo are carrying a big stick, but they're not really speaking softly. They're just swinging it everywhere.
Why not be loud and have a big stick, you know?
Yeah, who's gonna stop you, right?
Exactly. I have a big stick. I think what you're trying to get at here, Boggs, is that you should just have a big stick.
Yes. You are 100% correct. Everyone needs a golden dog.
I want a bamboo staff as my big stick. I like those. I like twirling it around. Feel like
I have
Darth
an ash
Maul.
bow staff from when I was younger.
Oh, I couldn't use them. I just think it would be cool. The idea of using a bow staff is cool. All right. I would want to go ahead and, thwack some people. That would be fun.
But you don't want to get thwacked.
No.
That does hurt.
I would never want to be thwacked. I only give, I do not receive. I'm charitable that way.
We'll go with it. We'll call that charitable. Yeah. That last kill too, to finish off the saved gun with the dying embers of the round, really does put a big kibosh on what crew were trying to do. They're going to go for a half buy here off the back of the timeout. A couple of deagles, a scout, an MP9. Kai's gone for the M4 because they don't have helmets. Easy taps. Don't blame them at all. They appreciate the strategy. And there is not one single helmet on crew. So you take your big stick and you thwack them on the head with it. Head go bye-bye. The bomb's in spawn again. I just want to make a note.
All 5 players of Fluxo just want to take a duel, and they don't want to risk the bomb being dropped.
I wish we could just tell us traders circle the bomb if it's in spawn every single round.
Okay, no, Zebi's gonna go pick it up here.
Okay. They're actually gonna play around after this.
it's not the biggest deal. There's no commitment just yet. Where's Zevi gonna take the bomb? Oh, he's gonna take it to middle. So Fluxo have not made up their mind of where they want to go yet. It looks like an A split's on the cards though. You got players A ramp, Palace, 3 players coming up connector, and no one prepared to take this part of the map away from Fluxo. This should be a clean hit.
Reversive does get the start. Honda around the smoke spots, a couple of players, but he doesn't take any shots. There he lands one, but only one. Zevi and MLH Zine able to get this to a 3 versus 3. Health's about equal, but there's the scout from Honda finding the low HP Zevi. Kai and Pirion to hold this down. Retake coming in. 2 through con side, 1 CT. Reversive in the open, dropped by Pirion. That's a crisp shot. Kai comes in with the M4. The spray through triple from Pirion will eliminate Honda. And so Fluxo up 7-1, 2 timeouts used by Crew already. And if you thought Nuke was bad, folks, this one's looking a little bit worse for Crew right now. But this is also around the time where they started to get back and got at least 4 rounds out of that half.
It has to start now.
It has to.
And fortunately for Crew, there is one player who's playing well. In my opinion, that has to be Ataraxia. He's actually doing some good work across the board. Trying to find impact in a couple of these rounds. It has to start here. He has the AWP. Oh no. Don't do it. No, holy gosh, he almost did. Zevi wasn't actually ready for him. It's like, would this guy actually jump spot me normally in the same exact spot even though he saw me? He wasn't ready for his opponent to make a mistake.
Couple bits of utility being used. Out towards Con. Lots of mid control for Fluxo. Who do start with the bomb here, down lower mid. Reversive's aggressive positioning here is a bit of a risk, but Crew need to take these. Ataraxia does start it off well, but Reversive falls, so does Ataraxia. Zevi's off chimes in. Honda 1 and maybe 2 no. Traded out by Piria. Laser coming in, trying to reinforce the A site. Holds the bomb's not down. It's going to be attempted to plant. Zevi misses the aggressive shot. Backstab in from Honda. 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1 now. All up to Piria. Stuck at triple.
I'm not sure they're ready for him to be triple, though.
They're clearing together. If they space this right, they can take him out. He knows where one is. They peek with utility in hand. And this is going to give Piria the round. On a plate, on a platter. Just hand it over. Oh my goodness.
They thought he was CT. It's a really smart play from Piria just to stay tucked triple. It's the last place they expect him to be. The bomb's planted triple. Why would he be triple? Surely he would pick the better position, right? Wrong. Piria is holding. But I mean, guys, even if you want to smoke CT, can't you just bounce it off the wall? Like, I don't know. Anyways, Reversive continues having an absolutely abysmal game on the A site. It's yet another round where he's been picked. And Ataraxia, while he did get that good opener, eventually Zevi posts up in the right spot and just collects. Ataraxia, he's feeling so pressured to make so many aggressive plays, and eventually, I think Zevi, the more meticulous opper, is going to find a lot of these opening picks more consistently. So, Crew have one thing. They have a mid round. They have mid control. They just 5-man collapsed into nothing. Fluxo playing all on the extremities here.
Gonna get the molly out into hell early on. A split on the cards here for Fluxo as they have 3 players out middle. 4 players from Crew out on A, and that's a great start from Rigi. That just a laser MP9 starter. Kai's been spotted, of course. The Molotov does kind of clue them into where he is, but they still aggressive up. Now the push is Hideya swaps to the knife, traded out by the 5-7. Kills going the way of Crew. Again, another one from Rigi. Slips down. They clear him together. Well done, putting Zevi in a 1 versus 4 with a bomb on his back. May be able to get the bomb down here. Nobody's
gonna
fast
get the
enough.
bomb.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at the plan.
He also has a full belt, so he can drop a molly quickly into market if he so pleases. Instead, he's going to post up on the aggressive line.
I like this call. He's got to be aggressive here.
All right. But they've gotten past him. They're not going to put peek into him, or they will. Laser, first shot. Oh, boy. Are we on for this? Seriously. Smoke up to the door. They're all trying to go in through the window. They messed it up. Oh, but he doesn't get hit the third there. It's not a miraculous clutch there out of Zevi. He knows he could have done it, but Crew will get the round.
Crew scraped by with a round. Only 2 surviving here. And goodness gracious, Zevi almost had the opportunity. They gave him the opportunity. And Crew were able to close it out in the end, but way too close for comfort. And another round where you just look back and either scratch your head at what was going on or breathe a sigh of relief for Crew to at least get that one over the line. This has been a very interesting 2 best of 1s. And I like this change from Fluxo here. This mid control, go for the A split, faster, seems to be working better. They do go 1-for-1 out there. And Honda will pick off a second and make it a third. Honda's aggressive up on stairs has just given Crew a 2-man advantage here, but MLH Zine has cleared off B. He's getting onto the side proper now. Can they get by out of
just post up E-box here, right? Yeah, he's not going to go for this market peak.
Or is he?
Oh. That's a big thumbs down from me, fellas.
Yeah.
Feeling like he can take the world. Oh. And that shot from Laser is going to be good enough. Because I'm pretty sure, I mean, the deal is Ataraxis did hear him on Cat, so I think eventually he's just going to hold that till all time. MLHC's never going to be in a good position.
But he's going to have his teammate cross to get to site, get the bomb down. And at least start that timer. Of course, we have all the information on where everything is. A little Monday morning quarterbacking from me. Aggressive push this time, not stairs, but up Cat. 1-for-1 trade. Not what you want out of this kind of a round, and that drops a rifle for a Fluxo team devoid of the firepower.
That swing top mid is incredibly aggressive. Honda is max confidence right now after that previous round. Oh, I thought Kai would have seen the shoulder there. Reversive. Well, now he's going to get headshot instead. Reverse gets his own kill in the game. And Laser mows down 2. Zevi only able to connect 1 scout shot, and that's going to give Crew 4 rounds at the end of this. I wouldn't say it was comfortable whatsoever, any of those 4 rounds, but 4 it is. They need a pistol. They need a lot more to get back into this game. We'll be back after a halftime break.
An 8-4 half saw Fluxo leading Crew on Nuke. An 8-4 half sees Fluxo leading Crew on Mirage. Boggs and Fi with you here. Kit for Zevi. No dual Berettas for Zevi this time, as I don't believe we'll be able to recreate that dual Beretta ace without them now.
They're B-stacking.
They're
B-stacking. It's
and
not
that's where they're
looking
going.
good.
Oh, there's so much utility, too. Crew are going to completely telegraph this. There's also the cat play, the push up mid from Art. It's going to be a 5-on-5 brawl here as in comes the push. Blind Zevi 1. Taps from MLH Zine. Blind as well, not getting anything. Zevi's got 2. MLH Zine falls. Zevi's still alive. His ace is still possible. He falls down. Reversive 2. Rigi with 1. Art's on the long flank. The Kit is down on site, so the retake is viable.
And he wasn't seen.
He was not seen. Now he has been. He shot. He runs. And he'll die eventually. It's a matter of to whom. To reversive.
Dog, why didn't... Like, you have 4 players there, dude. You don't need to be a ninja. You're not ultimate, little bro. Actually, he is ultimate. For those who know the clip I'm talking about, where he was playing the exact same position and did exactly what Piria did and decided not to shoot the players as they jumped out of the apartments, as they were killing his teammates. You had 4 players there, too. Zevi got the opening 2 kills. How did it go wrong?
Well... First pistol round converted for Crew this evening.
Sorry, I'm just an angry little guy tonight. Let me be a little angry guy.
I wasn't gonna make a comment, don't worry.
Alright, we got Zevi with the deagle on cap. Has he got one?
No. Here we go, my dude.
He was seen.
Yep.
He almost got the kill on Ataraxia. If he landed a dink in between those shots, he's done. Kai's turn. It's like a family heirloom. Passed down from generation to generation. But he's out of there.
Son, this was your great-grandfather's Desert Eagle.
As he gets vaporized by a MAC-10 right in front of him. Hey, he did good with it. Turns out that old thing can fire.
And Art's got one too. And death. Well, can Kai get another? No. There's no way. He's got one shot. One chance. Shoot them 10 times. He might miss 9, but not this shot. Unfortunately, he missed that shot. Well, Crew battled back, but here comes the buy from Fluxo. They're going for that 3rd round buy after saving that 2nd round. M4's the utility's not horrible, it's not good. There's no kits either. We saw that come back to bite Crew. Opportunity onto Reiki. No, not to be had. A little bit of mid control here, and Mirage will get the opener. A little bit of aggressive fight up towards B, and now Kai with the push onto Reiki, who walks up catwalk. Kai flips around and locks down apartments. Piria holding for Honda. The bomb's down, and Apps has been spotted, and Reversive, the last alive, has to reverse course. This round is a shutdown round from Fluxo.
Yeah, intriguing set of circumstances there.
Indeed.
Fluxo putting a lot of pressure in towards mid. I like the cat setup that they had the high-low, but Crew kind of dribble into the B site right there. First, the first apartments player gets picked. They don't have deep mid control. And so Fluxo have no reason to really rotate back to that A site whatsoever. You gotta give your opponents a reason. You gotta give your opponents some doubt. When there's no pressure A and the mid pressure is very low, Fluxo are just gonna react to that pressure and stack up the B site with 3 players. That was not gonna happen.
I think Fluxo are starting to kick it back into gear again. Had that stumble, but they're not going to let this one slip away. They know what's at stake, too. They're trying to chase down Audic. They're trying to chase down Solid at the top of the table.
I feel like right now, like this Fluxo team you see on the left side of your screen has the capabilities to do it. They do need a little bit of time. To be honest, MLH Zine has really fit into this team extremely well. You can definitely see he has the mechanics to hang at this level. He's not really whiffing. He's a high headshot percentage player.
Yeah,
I feel like this is the team that could really press the top ranks out of South America.
Yeah, can they take down Audic, though? Because that's the other thing. Audic's been very, very good lately.
Yeah, I mean, Case Locks is a hell of a player. And Knight is online. You can't win for that team. Atarax. Surely he doesn't survive. Reversive eats an 8 damage AK dink. Nice gun. Oh, Imperia just... Really? At a minute 22, do we need to double push apartments in a 4v5? Through a smoke?
B Anchor's got to eat too.
That's inexcusable right there. You had tons of resources. You have tons of better looks you could have in the round, but you decide to take a massive risk. And you got instantly punished because Piria is a very capable rifler. He is, in my mind, the best rifler in the server.
I can get behind that. He's making a good case for that in his top of the scoreboard look.
Okay. Sure. That's how you can bring this kind of round back.
And, oh, that's a great trade, but MLHZ needs that kill. Oh, my. Oh, no. Oh,
magic,
wow.
All right? That's how you win rounds, fellas.
Molly.
Oh, he knows where both players are, though. Player jiggled in CT spawn. Ataraxia is on 4 HP.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And he knows where Ataraxia is. Around the edge of the smoke. He's going to win the round with a 1v2 clutch. Are you kidding me?
That's just great from Piria. Beautiful round from him. He gets gifted the early snack out of apartments. He goes and finishes his meal on A in the 1 versus 2, gets all the information he needs, and does not miss in the end. Great
I mean,
stuff.
that really what is what Piria is. He's been the next up here in Brazil for a long time, and I'm really happy that he's on this Fluxo team. He's a player who is a caliber above the level that he's currently playing at. He could definitely make the jump to a tier 1 team. I feel like a Pain Gaming, for example, and I think he would translate over well, especially within their system. Still a young player with a lot of firepower, can convert, mechanically speaking. He's everything you'd want out of a guy. He's smart. You see how he plays that clutch. And now he's here on the B site. He has another hole.
He has got help. He's got one from bench. And maybe a second. Indeed he does. Looks for the third. Beautiful stuff from Piria. Helped out by MLHZ in the end. B is on lockdown. No one shall pass Piria. And I can't even say he's doing a great Gandalf impression because he's not needing to sacrifice himself. He's still staying alive. He's just straight up 1v1 of the Balrog right now. 2 rounds for Fluxo, and a second best of 1 win on the night. Reversive has the Galil, everybody else has AKs. And the crew are back to middle. Left the bomb towards T-Apps. 1-3-1, getting one into underpass. MLHZ, nade up, nobody home. So Fluxo are not going to go too aggressive. And actually, they've rotated Piria off of the B side. They have him on A now. Anticipating a take towards A, given how well they've shut down the B side before. Kai's going to have to solo A from Cat. And that seems to be where Crew want to end this round.
I think eventually you're going to see them start to glide over towards B. You see there's no A pressure from Crew, and their mid pressure is running out. They threw a little early bit of control, and now they're going to start searching for information. Will that information search come a little too late, though? 2 more mid smokes go in. That will keep the players tied down, so yeah, it'll only be Kai. He might be in some trouble in just a moment's notice.
That smoke's going to give him information what's coming. What can he do to hold it down, though? Art's fallen. Kai needs to tunnel vision somewhere. He's got to take a fight. Cat presence here. He's stuck at pillar. And he's not even going to get anything. FHC through the window. Smoke! Nothing again. But Zevi and Piria brought this to a 2 versus 3. This is retakeable. Zevi's duel here in market is huge. Does he get the gift? Does Honda peek? Does the timing avail him? Honda back in. It's all timing. Zevi around the window. Walks into Honda! Easy kill for him. Piria now backing away. Crew stay alive for another round. They're not done just yet, and Piria might not be allowed to save. Honda's got the op trained right through Murder Hole, and he will hit that shot. No survivors.
Yeah, I think just a pretty well-called round there from Crew. Just very fortunate that it is just Kai over towards the B site. I mean, if Kai gets one, it's a whole different ordeal. If MLH Zine gets anything, it's a whole different ordeal. I think a lot of things had to go Crew's way, and now looking back on that round, for that round to happen, because the mid part of the approach got completely destroyed. If any of those 2 rotators get any damage downrange, it's a very, very different round. Zevi, oh god, this is very risky. Angle, that won't pay off. It's 99 damage onto Ricky instead. Out from Cat. So, Crew, they take the mid control. They reset. We're looking at an A hit on the cards. It's a question if Fluxo are going to guess that this A hit is coming through. It would really take a desperation gamble stack to win this round.
Piria's here. He can come up with 2 on his own.
It is very true, but he's playing Firebox, and notoriously... I mean, first things first, he can get wallbanged. They don't even have to hard clear him here on the entry. This is going to be real tough to clear.
If he gets 2, though, it puts his team in a position where they can win 3 versus 3. MLH Zene's here. All 4 are here now. Crew's streaming on through.
You see, there's the wallbangs.
Yeah, but Art's gone down. Piria peeks out 1, not 2. Zevi now op 1 versus 3 to 1 versus 2. Nade goes deep, way too far. No one will be found. Oh, stops the bomb plant. Zevi popping off here. Bomb down again. Reversive gets it to dirt. 1 versus 1 with the op. 49 HP for Zevi. The nade could do him in if it's placed perfectly, but no reason to go out now. These guns!
No
and
way!
Somehow, some way, Reversive survives that.
Oh my god. Zevi played it perfect, too.
He did everything
Wow.
right. Literally everything.
I really think some fortune is favoring Crew in some of these rounds, and it's getting them back into the game. I mean, first things first, Riggy survives his mid-duel with 99. I believe that's an A1S hitting 4 times to the body, but just outside of that range. And, well, that's a nice start. Peace out, MLH Zine. He just got... Don't know where he got owned through, but he got owned. But then the 90 damage wallbang from Zevi costs the round. I mean, not to mention some missed shots on the B hole despite a 4-man B stack. Man, I mean, Peter also could have gotten his 2nd kill there. He had 2 kills lined up. They had no idea where they were shooting him from. Crew, take advantage of this gift you've been given. If you can win this map, absolutely would be game-changing. You're seeing in ECL, you need to press into the upper echelons here. You need to hold on to your seeding spot to give yourself an extra life to make ESL Pro League is massive. Game of cat and mouse here with Biria. Oh, poor Reversive is going to continue having this kind of game, isn't he? Or not. Get some USBs while you're at it.
Terrorists win.
Pad the stats a little bit, boost the confidence. Up with Laser. Kills. Not anymore. Spoke too soon. And now, 2 rounds separating Fluxo and Victory and Fluxo and Crew. So what once looked like a lock of a map for Fluxo has now devolved. Crew are starting to put up some numbers. Honda's had a very good performance in the second half. Ataraxia's been solid throughout the map. And Rigi started to heat up as well. Meanwhile, Fluxo's holds have been relatively underwhelming at best. And you look at Kai and at Art, 7 kills each, excuse me, not 17. That's Zevi, second on the team. Now Art has 8, but there's been a significant lack of firepower from the Fluxo side of things, aside from Pirya and Zevi. Art goes 1 for 1 to start off this round, and 4 versus 4 early on in this round is not where Fluxo want to be. They've not been able to maintain advantages, and that's been a big problem for them on this map of Mirage.
Well, Reverse is spotted towards top middle, though. He's got a target painted on him once again. It's going to keep him tied down. But seeing that there's only one player top mid, they know that this is coming in towards the site. The execute is imminent. And again, 2 players in the right position here for Fluxo.
There's a nice opener from Rigi. Pirya has to anchor. He's been good here. Has some help from MLH Zine. 2 defined. Just 1 left. Ataraxia's off. Goes for the no-scope. But gets sent packing. Pirya again, the hero for Fluxo. He's been immaculate in this map. 1 more round now. And he can finally breathe and relax. And the rest of the squad owes him a nice dinner after it's all said and done.
Super telegraph round there from Crew. When you see 1 player top mid, that means that where are the other 3 players? They're about to hit a site is probably where they're about to be. Which is why I'm a bit miffed that Ataraxia didn't stick around top mid, because that's what you can do. You can anticipate that kind of information play from the CT side and punish them. Instead, well, we're looking at a straight A hit. We do have Art solo anchoring the site. They're already out. And oh, with MLH scene, he's gonna try and swing. Oh, Art's gonna stay tucked and killed instead. That's a bit of a disappointing hold, but Kai's gonna bring him back into this round. We got a 3 versus 3. It's all under the shot here for Zevi. If he can connect onto Reversive as he swings, Fluxo could have the map here.
Bomb plant to hold now for Laser and Honda. Pirya creeping in through Palace. Will take a bit to get to the site itself. Both Crew players stuck towards Tetris. Kai tosses a molly. Time starting to dwindle. Clearing out now. Pirya's timing coming through. He'll peek for 1. Perfect. Needs a second. Goes down. Honda 1 versus 3. Spots out Zevi, but his shot connects, and it doesn't matter the wall bang this time. Bomb on Zevi with the defuse, and Fluxo will scrape by with the victory. 13-9 here. As it took them a bit to finish off Mirage, but they still take both best of 1s in the end, and Pirya's performance in this second map of Mirage was nothing short of incredible.
Yeah, he was able to seize every single opportunity that was given to him, and that's what makes Pirya a really impactful player for this team. Fluxo set him up well, especially they got him onto the right bomb sites. He was there wherever the action was, and he was able to convert the kills. So really, really strong stuff here from Pirya. Excited to see more of him here on Fluxo, and by far and away has been their star rifle so far throughout this game. I mean, despite even Crew getting some fortune going their way, a couple just narrowly missed shots from Fluxo gave them a couple of these rounds, And even then, it was still the 13-9. This could have been way more in the favor of Fluxo, but Crew were able to seize a couple opportunities themselves. Still, though, 0-2 on the night is going to do pretty badly for the overall tally. That drops them down to 8-10, and their chances of a high playoff seed kind of go down the drain with this one.
And Fluxo's chances of a high playoff seed go up as they'll move to 10-2, 2 games behind Audic at 12-2. But our Arcadia player to watch at the beginning of this matchup was Zevi. Finishes the night with almost 100 ADR, 98.8, 37, 23, and 8. Had a bit better stats on Nuke, but then again, that was the steamroll. Still had a very solid performance on Mirage, and it could have been even better if that wallbang ended up being a kill. But still, Zevi, fantastic. Good with the op, good with the rifle, good with the pistol, good overall. Great performance from him. It was kind of hard to choose between Zevi and Piria, but can't really go wrong with either of those two guys.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want here with Fluxo. You have your players stepping up, Zevi and Piria together. Zevi back on the team after a 3-month hiatus, and this is the Fluxo that you really want to see take over South America. Gunning for Pro League, they're one of the favorites here alongside Audic. We'll see if they can do it. The season continues, however, playoffs in a month, and then we'll decide who makes it to ESL Pro League Season 22. I'm Fi. I still am Fi, but I've been joined with Boggs here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and pass this one off over to ECL NA. Get ready for that. Get excited. Until then, we'll see you guys on another ESL broadcast. Peace out.
If you wanna be my love,
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped a boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Miles past, turning back, found my track, face the fact, she a cold one. Never gonna settle for none. Stay up every night till I won. Don't want a slow rise now. I'm confident opulence isn't a long ride out. When I look back now, I'm astounded. A quiet boy from old age, but always felt the world was a stage, yeah. I celebrate one last late night. My old life ain't staying.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped a boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
I'm headed to LA. Headed on my way. I'm headed on my way to LA. Headed on my way soon.
Couple thousand miles, throw it on the dash. Shit, the 10,000 hours, can't let them pass. Yeah, well, I was putting time in, you was pulled up wildin'. You always had shit to say, now when I see you, it's silence. Thought I'd have a Grammy by 25. Commas after commas next to dollar sign, yeah. Had to remind myself why I'm living this life. Look at all the late nights, it'll all come in due time, yeah.
Made for the fight, for the pain and the climb. Tied to the life I chose. Stay through the night, another day, not a dime. Race against time. Yeah. I couldn't just lay by and wonder what I could have made mine. I'm closing on the moment, no one's gonna hold me down. From getting
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped a boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.